What's up? Greetings, everybody. This is going to be a pick a card reading for Tarot Tuesday. So, this is going to be a pick a card in relations to how do people experience you? How do they experience your vibes? Like, this could be like a first impression type of reading, or just people that are around you. How do they experience your energy, your vibes, your aura, your essence? This could be just in general, people in your circle, people, strangers, past, people in your life, or it could be a specific person that you're asking about. Does not have to be, centered around romance or anything like that, but just take what does resonate. I've pulled the piles, so you have 4 piles to choose from. The first pile is the Malachite crystal stock card, which promotes protection, visualization, transformation, personal power, unconditional love, enhances the imagination, grounds against radiation, absorbs negativity and toxins, connection to earth and devic energies, alleviates cramps. The chakras associated are the base, the heart, and the third eye chakra. Okay, so pile number 2, you have the Smokey Quartz, which is a grounding stone, calms the mind for meditation, pulls negativity from the body, protects from negativity, antidote to stress, relieves fear, lifts depression, manifests one's dreams. The chakra associated is the root. Next we have, for the third pile, Auralite. The Auralite is a harmony and balance stone. It enhances and magnifies energies of other crystals, accelerates healing, peace and tranquility, deep meditation, inner purification, optimism and hope, and all chakras are associated to this stone. So the fourth pile, we have Lapis Lazuli, and this opens your third eye, reveals inner truth, aids in self-expression, stimulates enlightenment, contact spiritual guardians, harmonizes subtle bodies, alleviates migraines. Chakras associated are the third eye and the throat chakra. So, if any of these piles stood out to you, you could be asking about maybe multiple people, how they experience your energy. So you might be drawn to more than one pile, or what have you. Meditate, reflect on it, marinate on it, and then I will go ahead and start the video. All right, let's go ahead and get it. So this will be for those of you drawn to the Malachite crystal stock card. And before we start, just keep in mind, you guys, these are general energy readings. These are not personal readings, so they may or may not resonate with you fully, okay? Please only take what does resonate, what may be a revelation to something you already felt, already knew. Maybe someone said something and maybe it's going to be confirmation through the reading, but this is not meant to be taken as a personal reading. So sometimes it's hard to kind of take ourselves out of a general reading. Sometimes when we're watching, we're kind of like, no, that doesn't make sense. Oh no, that's not true. But it's a general reading. I'm tapping into multiple people's energies. Multiple people will watch this, so it's not meant for just one specific person. So please be respectful and mindful of that. Also, if you guys would like to book your own personal reading with me, you guys are welcome to do so. The link will be in the description. I have some new readings that I'm offering, some updates to some of my readings. So if you guys would like to check out my website, please do so. My decks, if you guys would like to purchase any of my decks, they'll also be available on my website. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. How do people experience your vibes, your energy, your essence, your aura? Okay, so let's look at the positive attribute first. We have magical, the child. So they might see you as like this childlike energy, like this fairy, very into nature, very much childlike, playful, lighthearted, maybe even a bit shy. Like you make people look at you as like this fairy-like person, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. You have like this hippie vibe about you, maybe. Like, you could just, like, come in a room and everybody's like, oh, she's sweet. Like, this is someone who wears, what's those little dresses? I guess they're called skater dresses. I'm just going off of what Forever 21, like, categorizes them as. But they're, like, they have, like, a little flare, like, kind of like tennis dresses, but not quite. So you might be that type, you know. Hot Topic usually has dresses like this, and they have, like, prints on them, like space planets or whatever on them, or cartoons, anime. Like, you might have that type of style, or you just come across as, like, almost childlike. You might dress with a lot of color. You might wear a lot of mustard yellows and pinks and neons and stuff like that, or soft pinks and lavenders and yellows and stuff like that. So they might see you as that type of person. You're more so like baby doll style. If you're a guy, you have like a very youthful look to you, very youthful face, a soft face. You may wear cartoon t-shirts and stuff. I'm not getting like childish. You just have like a child, like you're very in tune with your inner child. So let's see, what is the shadow? Like, if anyone said anything negative about you, or your vibe that you put off, what would it be? The Priest card violates trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual roles. So some of you might come across as a little like fake spiritual, like you're too like etheric, or too, if that's even the right word, like you might be like too up in the spiritual world, like, oh, crystals, love and light, or namaste, or like just doing too much. And people might be a little turned off by it. They might feel like you're being a little fake, or you might be the type of person that kind of asserts yourself into people's life and tell them, let me tell you about Jesus, and or you could be Mormon, or you might bring Bibles to school, to work, or whatever, or you're always telling your friends about something spiritual, and it's just like they don't really always feel like they connect with that. They may feel like sometimes your head is up in the clouds, and some people might say like, this person is always sharing the spiritual stuff, but it just seems phony to me, or the stuff that they're bringing is phony, not so much you, but like, say for instance, flat earth theory, like, we don't want to hear about that, that's crazy, that's stupid, nobody wants to hear about that. And or you might be like, well, as long as your chakras are aligned, and your headache will go away, and like, I don't want to hear about that. So you could be the type of person that's very, very like lighthearted and spiritual. So you have the is this the 7? Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. This could be people that you work with for the most part. King of Swords in reverse, and the Magician. So you guys could be asking about a love interest. Some of you guys, this could be someone that you work with. Some of you, this could be someone that you go to school with, or just someone that you have a lot of energy, like you put a lot of energy towards, whether that's effort, time, or just a lot of thought and emotion towards this. I feel if this is just in general, like, a lot of people will not tell you how they feel about you. You might even secretly have some admirers with the Page of Cups, but they see you maybe as a Page of Cups, very, very down to earth, knowledgeable, smart, intelligent, sweet, open-hearted, wouldn't hurt a fly type of person. With the Magician card, they may also see you as like a person that does carry around crystals and stuff. Like, you might be that type, like, oh, I have crystals for everything. I have sage, or I have oils, and I have Florida water. And so you might be that type of person that has everything. Like, you're the spiritual plug. Although not everybody, like, some people may like it and some people may repel from it. I'm not getting that if people like this about you, then they also don't like something like this. It could be like, for those that don't really resonate with you or your vibe, it might be that this is how they're registering you with the Priest in reverse. But other than that, I feel like most people are not going to tell you about your vibe, and they may not even really know how to register it, because you have the word magical technically twice. You got the magical card, and then you have the magician, which technically is a magic, right? So they may see you as someone who's very magical, and you have an essence and aura about you that they really can't describe. They don't really, they feel like people who are opposite from you actually are drawn to you. Like people that are like more assertive, maybe more logical, more practical, more focused on 3D life more so than their spiritual life, may be very drawn to you because it's like you're like this little fairy butterfly in their, their mundane, colorless type of world. So you may be interested in a person who's an air sign, or someone who's just like a little bit to themselves, or just all logic and no play, or very realist, straight up type of person that you're asking about. And may even teach people how to be more open, people how to be more present. People may actually learn different things from you, without you telling them or teaching them, because the King of Swords is in reverse. So you may not actively have to tell people certain things. You may not have to be so forthright with, what you know and who you are. It's just you walk your talk, or they just watch you. And you may have people that are drawn to you that are more like depressed people that are pessimistic, that are drawn to you, that really don't believe that positive things can be, or believe that the world is a playground at the same time, or magical place to be at the same time, because this world has duality. So maybe they're used to the plain simple things, and you bring your light to the party. So let's pull a real talk affirmations card as your advice for this group. Okay, connected says, you are always connected to the wisdom of your higher self and everything around you. Take cues from your energy level and intuition. It is just as important to know when to disconnect from your own well-being. So you're a very in tune, connected person, and Spirit is saying, like, if you got offended by anything in this reading, or you feel like you need to tone down your essence or your energy or your whole just being and who you are, Spirit is saying don't, because you're very connected. You're in tune and in touch with your inner child. You're in tune with that purity about yourself. And if you do feel like maybe you could be too assertive when it comes to your spiritual beliefs or practices on people, into a way like maybe you're force feeding them or trying to prove things to people, then maybe that's the only thing that Spirit would say. Pay attention to your higher self, pay attention to your intuition. Is it worth sharing or trying to convince everyone about your beliefs and where you stand with that, or trying to maybe play fixer, like the fixer up people? Not everybody is so receptive to receive. Some people are, and looking at the Malachite card, you have unconditional love that stands out. You're someone that maybe literally enhances other people's imagination. Maybe you have a very strong, powerful imagination. You're someone who needs to guard yourself against negative energies, negativity. So you may be drawn to people, or people are drawn to you who have lower vibrational energies, who have toxic behaviors, or energies on them that need to be cleansed out. And it's very easy for you maybe to attract those type of people, because I get an empathic vibe from you. You could be a water sign. For some of you, you could be a water sign, you could be an earth sign, but you don't have to be. But pretty much just take what resonates with you. But that is what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm getting for you. If this reading resonated, you liked it, it was entertaining, feel free to like it or share it with someone, or share the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram link will be in the description box. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next pick a card reading, please leave your suggestions in the description below. And, if it's something that I feel like resonates or would be beneficial, much love to y'all. Peace. What's up, Smokey Quartz people? If you guys were drawn to the Smokey Quartz stock card, this is your reading. So this is going to be, how do people experience your vibes, your energy, your essence, your aura. Now keep in mind, you guys, this is just a general energy reading. This is not a personal reading. So as a disclaimer, please only take what does resonate or stands out to you in a reading. The only way that you'll ever truly know if something is meant for you specifically is by getting your own personal reading. So if you guys happen to be interested, you guys can check out my website. I've added some new readings to my site and made some updates and changes. So if you guys are interested, check out my site, my shop. If you guys would like to book a reading, make sure that you guys email me to set up your booking date and time if a time is needed for your specific type of reading. Or if you simply just have questions about my reading or my availability, please email me directly. All right, so please be respectful and mindful that this is not a personal reading. It's general, it's collective. So I'm tapping into multiple people's energy, so you have to take what stands out to you, okay? All right, so let's see how people experience your vibes. Avenger. It's very superhero-like, comic book-like. So how do people experience you? So you have the Avenger. So they may see you as like a hero type of person, a person that is like, you stand up for people. You're someone who may also be very well cultured. Like people just, oh, so-and-so, you know, they're fearless. Or, you know, you might stand up for a cause. You may stand up for belief. You're someone who's, you can, like, you know how to resonate with different types of people. You could be multiracial, multicultural, or well-traveled or something. So I just get, like, you know how to resonate and how to relate to different types of people, if that's, you know what I mean. So for some reason, I get like you guys might be into like comic books or something, or you could be very physically fit. You could be someone who's just like real assertive, just like a type of person that speaks their truth and speaks their mind. And you may speak up and stand up for people, for others. If it's not like a cause that you're into or something like that, then, you know, your everyday life or people around you, you're very much the one. Like if the office, like say for instance, this is a work environment. In the office, you know, the company's trying to cheat everybody out of their bonus pay or whatever, you will be the person that will speak up for the whole entire office. You know, you'll say what's on your mind. You'll speak your piece. And that's what people like about you. You know, you have a lot of people that may even fear you or just respect you because of that. So, you know, you're the type of person that does what's right. You're more of, you know, what's for the best and justice for a society or for a group of people that you feel like are being mistreated or ostracized or discriminated against. You'll be that type of person to stand up. Okay, so what is it, if anything, if others don't dig your vibe, what would it be? You have angel in virgin in reverse. So they might feel like you're someone who is a little bit closed off emotionally. You're not the most open when it comes to heartfelt things, or you don't allow people to get too close. Like you're okay with being everybody's hero, being everybody's go-to, the strength, the pillar of strength, but you're not comfortable with being vulnerable. You don't ever want to be in the position of needing someone's help or assistance, or it's kind of like, don't get too mushy. Like you might not be into hugs, or some people just feel like you might be a little bit too stone cold, whether you're male or female. They might see you as like a little stern, a little just not the most emotional person. It could come across as a little air sign type of energy, Aquarius vibes more so, and maybe even like some Capricorn vibes a little bit. Okay, but you know, let's see the Strength card. Yeah, you're very strong, magnetic. Got the 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're like a fighter. 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness. 2 of Swords. Yeah, like you don't play that game. You're like a protector. You're a warrior or warrioress. You have that vibe about you. Like you are a hero to people. Or you're someone that a lot of people look up to. Like a fearless, like, oh, if I can't say it, so and so will say it, I bet you. Like, and if this is like love, you are the type of person that will fight all day for love and uplift your partner and be there for them, be their backbone, their support, their encouragement, wipe their tears. But when it comes to that being reciprocated, you're not comfortable with that. Or if that's an issue that someone would have, it would be that they don't feel like you're welcome, because you see how she's closed off. She's very vulnerable. And this person may not like vulnerability. Okay. For some, I'm just going to say what comes to me energetically and spiritually. I feel like this person could have had some sexual trauma or abuse. So they may have been molested or something. So maybe that's why they don't really trust people in their space. They may feel invaded when people hug them, or they may just like be a person that's always had to be strong. They could have been the only child. They could have been the oldest. They could have just been a child that had narcissistic family members or household. So it's very hard for them to be open to people because of that. They may have abandonment fears and issues that they don't want to get attached to people. Okay? They don't want to be dependent upon another person, or so that's what they feel like it would be like, being open emotionally or being vulnerable. So the Strength card, this person could be a Leo. There's a lot of fire, so they could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius person. Yeah, Aquarius. I don't know why that keeps coming out. Maybe someone here. You could be that. Sorry. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I have Leo twice, though, because you have the Six of Wands and the Strength card, which are Leo cards, and the Strength card is Sag. But it can also be Aries. And then the Two of Swords is a Libra card. But I am picking up a lot of air sign energy, too. But anyway... yeah, you're very, 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 very strong and very, like, assertive, and you know who you are and what you want. Like, you're very resilient, I guess, if that's the right word, I feel. You're not afraid to back down because you believe in yourself, or you believe in causes, you believe in others. So you're that motivator type of person. So you're that one that protects people against bullshit, basically. You help people, like, if anything, what people can learn and take from you is how to remove their fear and how to step up. Maybe protect themselves, because you picked the Smokey Quartz. The Smokey Quartz is a grounding stone. It's a stone that helps us cleanse our energies and protects our energies from negativity. And that's what you're about. With the root chakra being the chakra that's associated, it's like you are very rooted and loyal, and that's just who you are all day, and it's in your nature. With the Strength card, this is a major arcana. This is just who you are, and you may be meant to inspire and encourage people to tap into their inner strength as well, and their fearlessness. So let's pull an affirmation card on you and see. I'm going to pull a Real Talk affirmations card and see what your advice is from Spirit. Connected. The first group had this too. So it says, you're always connected to the wisdom of your higher self and everything around you. Take cues from your energy level and intuition. It is just as important to know when to disconnect from your own well-being. So Spirit is saying to stay rooted in who you are, your higher self, your truth, okay? Because you are shifting energies around you, like you're the plug, like you're inspiring other people. The only thing, of course, that I would say to work on, I was speaking as this is somebody else, but this is your energy. Yeah, if, I can't really get too much in depth about healing trauma and things like that, because that's personal to you. And, it's not brought up to offend anyone. I'm just speaking on what I'm picking up. So some of you, that could be the root of why you're not open to receive love, because you're this type of person that is always there for other people and you don't know it any other way. You may feel like it's not the best to rely on other people because of past circumstances. So maybe the heart chakra needs some healing, because there is hearts here. There may be a need for you to forgive yourself or have compassion for yourself for what has happened in your life. Trust yourself much more so that you feel comfortable enough to trust others and open up, especially those that really want to love you. Because I do feel like you're a lovable person, and maybe in some sense you don't feel like you are. You may feel like it's just your mission to stand up and be here, but at the same time, with this woman is wearing a pink dress in the strength card. You have a soft side to you. You have a loving nature. You have a cuddly side. Like, yeah, there's like two people in these cards. The strength card, she's armored up, and in the Six of Wands, he's armored up. You have this protective energy around you. You could be everybody's Superman, Superwoman, but you have to be comfortable with being the cuddly, lovable, like allow people to love you. You don't have to change who you are, but just allow people to love you and open up. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Okay. So if this reading resonated, you liked it, you may feel like it may benefit someone else, or you would like to share the channel with someone, I would greatly appreciate it. If you guys would like to book a reading with me, check the description box below. Also follow me on Instagram if you guys would like to. You guys are welcome to do so, and that will be in the description box as well. So much love as always. If you guys have a suggestion for the next pick a card reading, if it's something I feel called towards, I just go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Much love to you. Peace. What's up, Lapis Lazuli people? This is going to be your pick a card reading for how do people experience your energy, your vibes, your essence, your aura. How do people experience you? So, disclaimer, this is not a personal reading, okay? So it's not meant to resonate fully like a personal reading with each and every one of you, because it is a collective energy. It's tapping into multiple people. So different messages are going to come out that may stand out to different people, okay? One message may resonate with you differently than the next person, or one message may resonate with you and it may not resonate with someone else, and vice versa. So please be respectful and mindful of how energy works when doing these general collective energies. The only way that you'll truly know if a message is meant for you is by getting a personal reading. So if you guys would like to book with me for a personal reading, you guys can check out my shop. I've added some new readings, added some updates to my website. So if you guys happen to purchase on my website, just make sure that you email me directly to set up your booking date or a time, if a time is needed for your specific type of reading, or simply if you just have questions about my readings or my availability, you guys can email me. All right. So let's see how people experience your vibes. You have the Exorcist, and this is a person, like, you're very, very spiritual. You're like very powerful, like a you know what? I totally just noticed that Lapis Lazuli was the fourth one. So, yeah. Kind of messed that up a little bit. It's okay. We'll fix it. Anyway, so Lapis Lazuli people, you're someone who's, I feel like, very spiritual, very in tune with yourself. You have a very powerful voice, very powerful energy. You may be Native American, or you have like some connections to like a tribe. You may be into shamanism. You could be a shaman. I feel like you do have a very fine connection with the ancestors. You may have a spiritual name that you go by. It could be like Red Hawk or Eagle or Dove or Raven. Like, you have a very, like, could be like a Native American name that's given to you because, naturally Native Americans, they have names like that. I knew a person's name that was Red Hawk, so it was a part of their name. So you could be that, or it could be like a spiritual name, like, Moses, or you gave yourself a spiritual meaning to your name. This is just who you are, and I feel like you're someone that a lot of people go to for spiritual things. You might be someone that other people feel like can go to the other realm and contact their spirit guides or their past over loved ones. This could be your profession, or this could just be simply just what you do, period. very in tune with your third eye. You're very, very intuitive. You also help other people to reach their enlightenment or to tap into themselves spiritually. Like you inspire people to do that. You may give people pieces of mind as well. Like you just got like, and the way that you are, like you're oblivious to the fact that how powerful you really are. You may not be a self-proclaimed shaman or spiritual person or call yourself psychic or intuitive or connected, but you are, and other people see it. And it could just be the way that you carry yourself because you're so free with who you are. And I feel like you've helped many, many people just by being who you are, or actively helping people by learning who they are and tapping into their spiritual gifts and freeing them from lower vibrational energies within the self. Okay. So you could also have a very strong voice, or your voice, like what you say, like your words hold a lot of weight. They make you think, they make you feel. You're that type of person. If anything, if anyone didn't dig your vibe, it would be because of the hermit energy here. You're someone who withdraws, okay? You're someone who may close yourself off to society. You may be very much a homebody. You don't really go out a lot, or you don't really open up to people. If this is like where you work amongst people or you go to school, you may be the type of person that, you know, associates and talks when you need to, but then like lunch comes around, you're not fucking with nobody, you don't talk to anyone, or you're cool with people at work, and then, you know, they might invite you to hang out outside of work and you're just like, no, I'm cool, I'm good. And it's like, leave that, you know, and that's professional for the most part, but you know, they just might perceive it as like you just don't really like them, or you don't like people, or some people may feel like you're a little bit closed off to the point where it's very hard to read you, very hard to get close to you sometimes. Or they may feel like you're so spiritual to the point where they don't feel like they can get on your level, like you're not. And this could just, like I said, this is just people's, how they pick up your vibes. Like if they weren't digging it, this would be what they're not digging, or their perception of you would be like, this is not someone I can go to a party with, or a club with, or to a bar with, or maybe even just like watch Dave Chappelle and just be stupid, or watch Love and Hip Hop for shits and giggles. I wouldn't be able to do that with this person because they might be a little too stiff. They're probably at home watching Animal Planet or the Science Channel or something, or reading a book. They probably don't even watch TV. Like they could be thinking along the lines of that. And that does not have to be true. I think I pulled a lot of cards for this one. 5 of Cups, Page of Wands, 5 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. So yeah, they kind of feel like maybe you can be borderline depressed, but you uplift people. I feel like that's just what you do. There's people, like, especially if this is like a love interest, this person may feel like, you know, you're very inspiring. You're someone that they feel like a deep connection with, you know, but there's this part of you that they may sense that you are afraid of being hurt. So therefore you close yourself off. You show them your gifts and your talents, and or you just like, you know, you're firm in who you are, but then there's this part of you that's just like, well, don't get too close to me, you know. And then for others, it's like they resonate with you. They like your energy. They like your vibe. They feel like you're someone who's inspiring, or you're like an adventurous type. You might be the type, well, I'm going hiking on Saturday. You know, I go hiking every now and then, or I like to take trips to the creek or whatever, or you guys could very much so be into nature too. Like you like the water, you like the mountains and stuff. And they may see you as a type of person that does a lot by yourself. Like they're like, oh, well, that's fun. Like, who are you going with? Oh, just me. You know, so some people might see you as a little bit of as a loner as well. But it's due to your own choice and liking, not because people don't like you. It's because of your own choice and free will to be so, or to do so. But with these 2 5s, you got the 5 of Cups and 5 of Wands. They see you as a change, like a change around them, or someone that has helped maybe simulate change. even if it's uncomfortable, or you've helped them in ways that they didn't think they could get out of certain situations. Maybe you've helped some people get out of toxic relationships. Maybe you're in this position because you've had to pull yourself out of toxic connections. But you do have people that are drawn to your energy, that are attracted to your vibe. Also, you have people that may be some secret admirers that are physically attracted to you, or just like your energy. Is like something about you they can't pinpoint, but there's like this block where it's almost like you're protected to where people can't get too close, or you've created that around you to where people can't get too close to you. But there's this pink aura that's coming out. So you do have this like feminine energy. If you're feminine or you're a woman, this beautiful aspect about you, or this man, because I move my hands a lot anyway. But if you're a man, you may be very expressive. You may move your hands in a way. Your touch may be very warm and gentle, or electrifying for some people. Like, you may touch people and actually give them an electric shock. Or, if you hug people, they feel like this tingly, like it feels good to get a hug from you. If you touch people's hands, like, just laughing, or if you shake a person's hand, it may be this warmth and this comfort that they automatically sense and feel with you. So let's see what your real talk affirmation card is. Yeah, so you're very in tune with your higher self, beyond 3D. Got the 3D glasses. Yeah, so you're someone that goes beyond the 3D, the physical realm. You have that ability, and that's what people see in you. Sometimes events and situations are beyond what we can see physically at the moment. Now is the time to trust that there is more that meets the eye. Understand that the 3D world we live in is just one aspect of our reality. So you are that person, and Spirit is telling you to continue to be that person that sees beyond the bullshit, because other people will thank you for it. And there may be some people that have thanked you for it and internally are grateful for what you've shown them, or your presence in their life, because you may have changed people's ways or life in ways that you just don't know. Sometimes when you're walking, just doing you and living your life, or just sharing yourself, you don't really know what your impact is on people, because you're just looking at yourself like a whatever thing. So just take what resonates. If it did resonate, feel free to like. You guys can share this video or this channel with someone. I would greatly appreciate it. You guys can also follow me on Instagram if you guys want to. I would appreciate that as well, because I have exclusive stuff on there that I always post on here. So yeah, if you guys are interested. Also, don't forget to check the description if you guys would like to visit my website and my shop for personal readings, to purchase any of my decks if you guys are interested. And if you guys have a suggestion for next week's pick a card reading, please leave it in the description. And then if it's something that I feel called to do, much love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace. All right, I had to write that down. What's good, Auralite people? You guys are meant to be number 3, but for some reason I got mixed up with Smokey Quartz. So if you guys were drawn to the Auralite anyway, it's pile 4 now instead of pile 3. If you guys are into numerology, then it could have, threw you off a little bit. So if you were drawn to the fact that it was number 3, maybe go back and watch the Smokey Quartz, or maybe you might resonate with the Smokey Quartz or Auralite, or Lapis Lazuli. Sorry, Lapis Lazuli was meant to be number 4. So if you resonate with that pile, or it could be you still resonate with the Auralite. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. Okay. All right. So let's see what people experience with you. How do they experience your vibe, your aura, your essence? You have servant. Okay. So you're someone who lovingly gives to others. Like, they see you as this person that is so giving. You have so much to offer, so much to give, or you have like a big heart that you just have enough for everybody to get some. And it could be like you're like this mom energy too at the same time. Whether you're male or female, you have this very nurturing side that wants to love up on everyone and give to everyone. It's like this big mama type of vibe, for those of you that know what that term is. You have that essence about you. And it sometimes you could be a little, yeah, I feel like you do it out of the kindness of your heart, and that's how people vibe. That's how what their vibe with you is like. You do it with truth and confidence. Like you're not doing it out of obligation. This is really what you're about. This is who you really are. You do it in such a way that you may also help people elevate too, because she's walking up the stairs. So you could be someone who helps and wants to guide people or help people uplift their energy in their spirits. You're an enhancer of energies. Like when you step into a room, you enhance the vibe. So that could be good or bad, but I feel more so this is positive. Like you bring the peace and the calm. You purify energy. You may also help people be optimistic, have hope. You're a harmony, like a sense of harmony and peace. If anyone would say what they don't dig about your vibe is visionary in reverse. So let's see. Sometimes you might be someone who's a visionary. You might have like some deep, profound insights or beliefs, but you downplay it, you water it down to conform to fit society when you're meant to stand out. Like your visions could be next level, or they could just be things that are not out there, and other people may be like, wow, like that's pretty dope. Or you have gifts and you downplay them. You kind of water them down, or you just procrastinate and to the point where you don't share them, or you second guess it to the point where you're just like, no, I'm not going to share it. Or you never get around to sharing these gifts or these insights or these visions because you may be worried about what the world thinks about you, because you're so used to giving to others, to being the servant, that you're not used to being the visionary, the person that is the vision. It's like, yes, sir. I'm not trying to be funny, but when I saw this card, it made me think of like old slave movies, or like they call them the mammies back in the day, like, black films, or not black films, but like films where black actresses, they played mammies is what they call them. So servants and maids. This is what I picked up. That's just for the culture. Y'all understand, y'all get where I'm coming from. That's just the energy that I pick up. If you don't understand where that's coming from, it's just you're used to giving. You just sacrifice so much of yourself. And in gratitude, because you could be grateful that you're just in the position. It's like you're the type of person that you're just grateful to be in a position where you are. And maybe you don't know that you have the power to go higher or to do much more than what you're doing. You may be comfortable in safe environments where you don't have to be the standout guy or the standout woman, when actuality you're meant to. And other people may be like, I don't like the fact that this person just doesn't. Like, it's almost like, are you crazy? Like, you stupid or what? Like, let's see. The Temperance, Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So yeah, it's like you have this ability to bring peace and harmony and balance into other people's life, almost like an angel that comes in and just calms people down. So you could be a watery type of person. You can have a lot of water in your chart. You could be someone who's kind of like, you also come across as mysterious, as just as much as you may come across as practical with the servant energy. You're also unpredictable, because like you come across one way, you look like this person like this, or this sweet person, or your essence comes across as very sweet, but when they get to know you, it's like this dynamic energy. Or you look like this, I know who I am, I know what I want, this spiritual goddess with God, like you're just, but this energy of this sweet, docile person comes out, and it's like, well, who are you? What are you about? Like, what do you do? So you have two different sides. It's like these different faces that you have. It's not so much duality, because I feel like these energies are one. They represent just who you are, but how people register it, it's a duality. They don't really know how to take it. With the Seven of Cups, you could be very dreamlike. You could be like I said, a visionary. he reminds me of like this mad scientist type of vibe, type of person. His essence is like, you know, I can whip some shit up in the kitchen real quick. Like, not literally like that, but you know what I mean? Like, I have this invention and we can take, you know, let's turn this restaurant into a homeless shelter. You know, it could be a restaurant where, you know, it's a homeless shelter here, but for people it's a restaurant, and whatever we get from the restaurant, it goes to the homeless, or it's whatever. I don't know. That just came. I don't know what that is. But anyway, just turning something into, just turning grapes into wine or water into wine. I don't know, whatever. You're turning something into what others could not. So you could even just, it could be with your hands. Like, you could break something and it was meant to be a candle holder, and then you took it and then you created something else with it, and people are like, what the fuck? Like, how'd you do that? Like, yeah, I'm about that life. Like, I cracked something and I'm gonna turn it into a picture frame. You know, I'm gonna make it work. I'm not gonna throw it away because it's useful. Oh, you don't want that dress? Well, I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna turn it into a do-rag. I don't know. But you know, that you have a deep vision for things. You guys could be Scorpio. You guys could be an Aquarius, Pisces energy with the Queen of Swords here. You have, just as much as you're this sweet, docile person who may pray for people, who may wish other people well and pray for other people's protection, because you also have power to do that too as well. Your prayers are powerful, or your affirmations or your visualizations are very powerful. But you also have the ability to be like this cutthroat, no nonsense type of woman or man, where you speak your truth and you know your value and your worth. And some people feel like that's who you are, but then they get this vibe where you might also be begging for people to understand you, begging for people to love you. It comes across this way, and it's like, wait a minute, like, what? Like, you confuse people too. Your energy confuses people. They don't really know what. And it may also be that you throw people off, or you throw this person off. If you're asking about a person, you may throw them off too with your energy, because it's like, when I met you, you was like, hi, how are you? And then next minute you like, I don't know who you talking to, but this is what it is, and blah blah blah. Or, you know, this is what I see for myself. I want to do this and I want to do that. And they're just like, oh wow, like, who is this? Like, for some it's a turn on, for some it's a shot, for some it could be a turn off if you're like the person that comes across as like very assertive, very sure of yourself, and then you come across like, whatever you want, whatever you say, massa. And like, and it's not to be funny, but kind of to be funny in a sense, but you know what I mean. But that's just what I'm getting. So yeah, this is just what that card, I don't like how they depict this, but my intuition, it went to that mammy thing, and I think that's what this person was trying to do, and I don't like that. I don't like this card. Now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of offensive. I don't like this card. I see what they're trying to do, and I don't like it. But anyway, it helped my intuition, like, to pick up what it was and to explain what I'm getting. But yeah. So if this reading resonated, wait, nope. Sorry. I gotta pull an affirmations card. So let's pull a real talk affirmations card for you, and what Spirit's advice or message is to you. Yin and yang. Like, yeah, see, you guys, with the Temperance card, you guys have like these, it's like weird energy, like this dominant, like a flip a coin vibe with you. There is a flow of both masculine and feminine energies within us all, which represents the duality present in life. Allow these energies to work together in harmony within yourself to maintain circulation and balance. Excuse me. And what's funny is that the Auralite card represents harmony and balance too. Isn't that funny? Can you see it? It's like the top. My stomach's growling. Sorry. Yeah, so you're that's what you do. Temperance. You're here to bring harmony and balance. And I feel like just balance out these energies in a high vibrational way. So don't shut off your visions. Be that visionary, be that dynamic person that you're meant to be. Share it. Even if other people don't get it, it's definitely needed. Okay? Your inventions, your visions, your ideas, your creativity, who you are, people need that. Just as much as they need your loving energy and your willingness to give to the world. Like, serve yourself. Learn to serve you as well. Serve your visions and your essence and your ideas just as much as you serve others, and you'll have that healthy balance, I feel. So could also be mannered like the visionary is your masculine side and the servant is your feminine energy. So maybe just balance all of that out. All right, so that's your reading. Feel free to like this video, share this video or this channel with someone if it did resonate. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe. If you guys have a suggestion for the next pick a card, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. If you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, I have exclusive readings that I don't always post here. So if you guys want to follow me and be up to date, check out my Instagram. Also, if you guys want to book a reading, don't forget to check the description. Much love. Peace.